I kind of let the timbre and the moods and everything in the music tell me what kind of song it wants to be, and then gradually maybe a word or two, a subject or a title or a phrase or something starts coming, and then it's like an English assignment after that. You get out your pen or your typewriter or your computer and you try to work on it. Sometimes it takes a long time. It's the hardest thing, writing words to me is harder than the musical part, which seems to be more natural. But I like writing words. I like being a lyricist.
Which was the one song, the one exception?
It was a song called Motor Bungalow. I don't know why. I wrote that down on a piece of paper and then realized, well, I could put it in this song over here. It's not the way it ever works otherwise, though.
Adrian, this is Rob. I've got a question, and
Sure.
that is, talking about lyrics, the album Inner Revolution, there's a song, This Is What I Believe, and another song, Inner Revolution. It seems you were going through something at that point. Can you talk
Sure. A divorce, first of all, that'll do it. Then you have to restate, this is what I believe in. But more importantly, I fell in love. So that record really brought a lot of that sentiment out in me. And I started feeling good about life, you know, having faith in things and feeling good about the possibilities. And Inner Revolution was a song about how anyone could change, but you have to change from inside. You can't make changes happen with guns or drugs or anything else. You got to change inside yourself. And that's what that song was about. And that's what happened to me, you see. I changed inside because I felt good about things again. Love's a powerful drug, I'll tell you.
Our next question comes from Mike.
Hello, Adrian. I suspect I'm not the only person here who saw you in Australia when you were out here with David Bowie in 1978. And I've always found that a particularly fascinating era for Bowie, and I wondered if you could give us some insight into what it was like being around the guy, because you get various access to various superstars, don't you?
Well, in all honesty, I've had a lot of access to David twice. Once was in 78 and 79, when I was a very young, naive musician just getting my feet wet on the international stage, and suddenly standing next to a huge superstar. Well, not that he's that huge, he's normal size, but superstar, he's huge. And the second time was 1990, and the first time I didn't really get to know David. He was surrounded by his sort of handlers, you know, the people who say, yes, David, all the time. And didn't really strike up the relationship I wished I could have because of that. But in 1990, it was exactly different. We toured around the world. We unfortunately didn't come to Australia. We were supposed to. It was kind of the dessert at the end. We said, oh, Australia, Australia, we're going to go to Australia. Never did go to Australia. Anyway, that tour, 1990, though, was a time when I really got to be close with David as a friend. All of us did. He was just very open and fun, and his life was different. Totally gone through some changes, you could tell. And it was a lot more enjoyable for me. Although the time of coming to Australia and touring with David the first time around was like walking on air. I mean, just kind of like, is this really happening to me? What am I doing in Australia? On a huge stage and it's raining. So I liked both times, but I got friendlier with David the second time around. I think the first time around when he was here, he was going through personal problems, I think. I'm not sure. Now,
We have a question from Miles, who's 13 years old and turns 14 in July.
wow.
Here's Miles.
Hello, Adrian. It's great to see you here in Melbourne. And I was just asking about a lot of the effects and boxer synthesizers, whatever you used in a lot of the King Crimson things. And, you know, what were they?
Well, they change all the time, actually. Just to let you know, Miles, I never stick with one thing too long in the world of pedals, because by changing to new things, I break my old habits, and secondly, I create new things, and that inspires me to make another song with a different type of animal in it. Perhaps a dinosaur, chicken chasing a steamroller or something. You know? And so I couldn't tell you in the least what I was using back then. I have no idea. I'd have to look at pictures. There are photos in guitar magazines, if you're really truly interested, that list all the things. All of those things are in my closet at home. I have a big studio closet. It looks like a museum now. Looks like the Roland Museum. You know, it's got every Roland device. You know, the Japanese company Roland, of course. Anyway, so that's not a very good answer to that, but what I'm using right this minute is a Johnson amplifier through these two bottom speaker cabinets, and on top I'm using a Fender Twin that I run my looping through. Whenever you hear like there's another guitar player, he's in the Fender Twin. We stuffed him in the back there. He's the looping guy. That's what I use, and then I have a couple other effects. You're welcome to come down and check them out after the show if you like.
We have a question from Steve, who's a singer and guitarist.
Okay, Steve, how you doing?
Yeah, lovely.
Why don't you sing me something?
We could try. What's your request, mate?
Well, let's see. Fly Me to the Moon?
I don't know the song, but Fly Me to the Moon. I've never heard it before, but anyway.
That's awesome.
No, it
That
was
sounded
terrible.
great.
But,
No, really. I like that.
my question's actually, the previous discussions, Three of a Perfect Pair. Songs
Yes.
such as that, fairly complicated guitar delivery, and how do you coordinate singing and playing at the same time with such amazing precision, and not just that fluency? Like, the mechanical sort of, the disciplined delivery of the guitar parts doesn't seem to affect your fluid delivery of the lyrics, and that's something I have trouble separating.
Well, you'll get it. Here's what I tell you that worked for me. When I have a part, let's go back and see if we can find a song that will work for that. That's the part I'm playing in various ways. It's a 6 time signature. And I wanted to sing in a 4/4 time signature against it. Plus the other guys are playing in an 11 against it. So what I had to do, and what I always do, is get this part to be automatic to the point where it's in what we call in King Crimson, in your body. So you can just play it endlessly, you don't have to go, you can talk, you can do everything. Well, you couldn't drink, I guess, but you couldn't eat, but you could play this endlessly, you can talk and do whatever you want. You have to get it to that point. So it's no longer in the front of your mind, it's somewhere else. And then what I did from there was try to figure out how can I sing a 3-chord blues over that. That's what the verses are. They're 3-chord blues. So I was trying to reinvent that bluesish idea. Didn't work, but it did something else. What you do basically is like a pianist does. The pianist has got this guy going over here, but he's doing something entirely different over here. He's not thinking about this over here anymore. He's playing this over here. And that's what you do. This is my voice. The other thing is the guitar. Okay, maybe we should get back to playing, huh? Yeah. Let's bring in Alan John. Auschwitz, where are you, Auschwitz? Auschwitz is from Austria. He's a big Al. I love him.
Adrian, can I just grab this opportunity to say, I have to pinch myself to see if you're actually there, and let me know I didn't feel anything, so you're not there. But honestly, it is just awesome, wonderful to have you down under, and I'd like to thank you on behalf of everyone in this room from the bottom of my heart. And we show our appreciation.
From the bottom of my heart, I have to say it's been a great pleasure. I've loved every bit of it. You guys are wonderful people to play for and meet and talk to, and thanks. I'll try to come back as soon as I can. What do you think, guys? Well, you guys live here, so you're okay. John Breier lives in Sydney. Al lives right here in Melbourne, so I guess I can knock on their door next time I come back. What do you think?